Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot and I greatly appreciate it. The full workout will be included in the description as well as within the video on cards that you can screenshot. Enjoy. What's going on, everyone? Saiyan Hypertrophy here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we have a very special video for you. So one of the goals of this channel has always been to provide free fitness content, and included in that, I wanted to provide some exercise programs, some workout programs with different physique goals in mind, different, restrictions, different splits. And for today, I thought, what better way to honor the newly canonized Super Saiyan 4 Goku than to provide you guys with a free Super Saiyan 4 workout split. Now, for this workout plan, we're going to be doing 5 days per week as our training split, and we're going to be focusing on some key muscle groups to get that Super Saiyan 4 aesthetic. Now, I know that in DAIMA, Goku's in his kid form, but we're going to be going for the classic adult Super Saiyan 4 physique, that imposing, powerful, primal Super Saiyan 4, but inspired by the new design that Akira Toriyama himself had a very large role in creating. When it comes to Super Saiyan 4, there are a few key muscle groups we need to be focusing on. First off, we have the chest, right? Followed by the arms, the forearms, particularly for the new Super Saiyan 4. And we want to also focus on the back, right? To give that V taper. That's what's really going to create this imposing Super Saiyan 4-esque physique. The shoulders as well get an honorable mention. And then as far as the legs are concerned, that's not our main priority for this inspired physique. With our goals in mind, we can set up an appropriate training split. This is going to include, as I said before, 5 working days per week with 2 rest days. Now, if you want to work out Monday through Friday and then rest Saturday, Sunday, that's totally fine, and that's what I prefer to do. A lot of people will like to put a rest day in their week to give you a little bit of break, right? So you could do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, rest Thursday, and then train Friday, Saturday. It's all up to you. But the workout plan is going to be as followed. Day 1 will be chest and arms. This includes biceps, triceps, and forearms. Day 2 is going to be back and shoulders. This will include some ab work as well. Day 3 is going to be legs, forearms, and abs. Day 4 is either going to be a rest day or is going to be our second chest and arms day of the week. And day 5 will be back, shoulders, and abs. Now you'll see we're only going to be training legs once a week, and this is because we're not prioritizing that muscle group as much, but we still want to train it. You don't want to be that guy who skips leg day. Take it from me. I have been that guy. So for day 1, we're starting off with incline barbell bench press. For this, we're going to pyramid the weight and do 12, 10, 6 to 8, and 6 to 8. You'll notice the last 2 sets on our main compound movement are always going to be the evolving rep ranges. All right, so consider the first 2 sets kind of like a warm-up set that you're working into your overall sets, right? After that, we're going to go on into the barbell curl, right? So that's going to be set up the same way with the same rep range. We have as our first tricep movement of the day, the push down, 4 sets of 10 to 12. Then as our second chest exercise, dumbbell bench press, 4 sets of 10 to 12. Next for biceps, we have the cable curl, 4 sets of 10 to 12. Then we have what I call the katanas, which is basically the cable overhead extension, single arm, all right, 4 sets also of 10 to 12. And then we have our wrist curls, 4 sets of 10 to 15. You'll notice that most of these exercises are grouped together and then separated by a space. That implies a superset. So for the majority of these exercises, you want to be supersetting them. Supersetting antagonistic muscle groups allows for one to rest while you're working the other, and it allows for you to get done with your workout a lot faster than you otherwise would. That allows you to get more work done in a shorter period of time. Doing this is going to be good for gains, but it's also going to be good for your cardiovascular health as well as increasing your work capacity. So I always recommend supersetting when you can. You just have to make sure you're not supersetting agonistic muscle groups, meaning the same sort of muscle group. You totally can, but then your performance is going to suffer, right? But on the other hand, you'll reach failure much more quickly if you do it that way. So there are some benefits to that as well. But for these purposes, we'll be doing antagonistic supersets. For our first back, shoulders, and abs day of the week, we have the bent over row, superset with the lateral raise, the one arm lat pull down, superset with the upright rows, and then pullovers, supersetted with leg lifts for the lower abs. Now, the pullover here is a great exercise not a lot of people do. I prefer dumbbell pullovers, and this is not only going to help get you wider lats, but it's also going to help really stretch everything out. You're going to feel it in your triceps as well. It's an overall fantastic exercise for building that V taper. So I definitely recommend this one for sure. Next up, we have legs, forearms, and abs as day 3. So we're doing squats, superset with wrist curls, Romanian deadlifts, superset with wrist extensions, calf raises, superset with cable crunches. So with the leg day, since we're only doing one a week, you want to hit the big compound movements, right? Squat being more quad focused, and then Romanian deadlift being more hamstring focused. We have our forearm work in there, as well as some abs. And that's going to be a perfect leg day right there. For our 4th day, we're back to chest and arms, but you'll see here we're starting with skull crushers, superset with dumbbell curls. So we're starting with our arms. Then we're going into incline dumbbell bench this time, superset with reverse curls. Push down, superset with dumbbell flies, as well as wrist extensions. So that last little part there is like a tri-set, okay? So you're going back to back to back on those exercises for 1 set each, then resting and repeating for your total 4 sets. Now we're starting with the arms this time because last time we started with the chest. So you want to alternate which muscle groups you start with based on your priorities. So for the first one, we're prioritizing chest. For the second one, we're prioritizing arms. Last but not least, we have back, shoulders, and abs for a second time as our day 5. So here we're going to be doing overhead press superset with lat pull down. So 1 vertical push and 1 vertical pull. We're going to be doing dumbbell row superset with lateral raises, and then bent over flies superset with side bends for the rear delts and obliques respectively. After that, we have our 2 days of rest, rinse, and repeat. Now, as I said before, you could break up the 2 rest days if you don't want to do them consecutively. That's totally fine. So looking at our overall sets per week, you'll notice that we have 16 total sets for the chest, okay? 20 total sets for the back. And now this really, the way I consider the back is 16 for back and then 4 sets of the pullovers, which are going to work the back, a little bit the chest, the triceps as well, and really that rib cage expansion, right? So that I sort of count as its own thing. For biceps and triceps, we get 16 sets. For shoulders, we have 8 sets overall shoulders, then 8 sets for the side delts, 4 sets for the rear delts. For quads, hamstrings, and calves, we have 4 sets each. For forearms, you'll notice I broke it up again. For wrist extension and flexion, we have 8 sets a week. And then for the abs, for upper abs, lower abs, and obliques, we have 3 sets each. Okay, so as I said before, we're prioritizing certain muscle groups based on the physique we're trying to achieve. And this is evident in our weekly sets. So you're going to want to run this program for at least 12 weeks or 3 months to see, optimal results. What I would recommend is do 4 weeks of the program, right? Then give yourself a little bit of a break if you need it. If you're totally fresh, totally new to working out, or if you're at a sort of beginner novice level, give yourself 4 weeks, then give yourself a little break. I personally don't believe in deloading for myself. I don't find that I need to. I can manage my recovery and fatigue fairly well. But starting off with something like this is going to be a little intense if you're not used to it. You don't have that work capacity built up. If you find yourself feeling good after your first 4 weeks, then roll right into it for week 5, okay? But you're going to want to give yourself enough time to adapt to this program and really get those primal Super Saiyan 4 gains. So go ahead and screenshot the exercises. I'm going to include the workout program in the description, and if I can figure it out, I'll put it in a pinned comment as well. But try this out. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you're going to be running this program, please let me know before and after. And if you want to, take some before and after pictures and see how they stack up, right? Because one of the things I want to do on this channel is really start making programs and giving these programs out, anime character inspired programs, regular physique goals, things like that, beginner, intermediate, advanced. So I want to throw some more of these out there and see what sticks. So let me know in the comments if you're going to be running this, and let me know some other ideas what you'd like to see in the future. All right, this was a great video to make. I absolutely love the new Super Saiyan 4 form in Dragon Ball DAIMA. Let me know in the comments as well if you're watching DAIMA, if you're a fan. I'm assuming you are if you're here. But let me know what you think. And until next time, peace.